Committee on Environment Balatung Naka Assembly Mendagasngi Kalabata Ekibor Panya Jangka West Kasils District Ban Pinsange Yaki Pradli Ki Karkhana Ko Ki Batre Kambian Hakatega District Mendala Kumba Prabnai Kite Ki Karkhana Ko Lawanra Hakatan Nakabau La Yaturu Bakitra Jangite Ki Karkhana Kimshim Lale Hakajing Perchai Peba Balakot Ekibor Panya District Ka West Kasils District Kabapau Shai Bakite Ki Karkhana Ki Tre Kambian Klem Ki Kot Kislang Ki Babiang Ulong Banadu Banai Nailar Arjakat Pra Ki Karkhana Kop Hawes Kasils Kila Kharoi Haduk Hat Pratli Bat Ka Komiti Kala Bishar Bnia Bha Ya Kijingdon Kide Ki Karkhana Namar Kala Ktaru Ya Ka Koi Kakya Jong Kinong Shangshnong Da Kabau La Banrap Ka Komiti Kala Ailat Tang Ya Nyotli Na Kite Ki Karkhana Ban Trekam Namar Kidon Ya Ki Kot Kisla Ki Babiang Balayo Naga State Pollution Control Board Chairman Ka Committee on Environment Uba SK Sun Ulong Baki Karkhana Ko Ki Hap Hakaret Zone Bat Banbu Ya Kite Ki Karkhana Dan Kamru Banyo Jingbet Naga State Pollution Control Board Bakanum Kta Ya Kamariang Bat Hashwa Bantrekam Hap Bandit Jurib Ru Ya Kite Ki Karkhana Nagi Bor Badekmi Hakaba Kila Ban A Jingbet Tang Lai Banai Bantrekam Balit Jurib Biang Ya Kite Ki Karkhana Nagaba Shimru Ya Kinong Mana Jangko Kalier Bat Kiwi Ban Kmi Bnya Ban Pentikana Banam Dan Gejing Shakta Ka Komiti Mendagasi Kalai Kerenru Ya Kejing Penjabo Ya Kalier Balami Na Kejing Dan Ka Shakam Bari Ferro Alloy Private Limited Hak Shinong Rubiang West Kasi Hills Bat Kumju Ki Cement Plants Ki Badan Hajante Hills Haboy Day Bat Ka Draft Environmental Impact Assessment Arjar Arpo Ka Komiti Kelapan Pau Ya Kejing Songkia Halor Kejing Penduna Ya Kisingi Banyo Ya Kejing Sengo Ni Kipatba Na Kasau Pesan Sengi Syaka Arpo Sengi Kamtam Ba Kini Kadai Kamat Ka Badan Kamha Na Kabenta Ka Jela Bat Ka Sarkar Kadai Ban Shimkya Na Kabenta Ban Ajimut Ya Ka Sakapring Halor Ka EIA
Relating to the Shakambari ferroalloys first, which is located in Ruwiang near Nongstoin. There has been a press clipping relating to the smoke that is being emitted and the pollution caused by this particular ferroalloys factory, causing health hazard in the vicinity and in the villages around. We had summoned the officials concerned, including the Deputy Commissioner of West Kasils, and it was reported to us that this particular factory had been given single window clearance in 2011, and it got its clearance from the State Pollution Board in 2015. And since then, this factory has been operational. But sadly, the State Pollution Board could not give us a clear picture as to how many inspections it had conducted. But the last inspection that they did was recently, maybe about 10 days back, when this committee had written to the State Pollution Board to submit a report, an inspection report. The inspection report gave us a very bleak picture about the factory. Because of the COVID situation, the factory is closed. That was kind of a report. But what we found out from other sources is that this factory is using charcoal. A lot of charcoal is being used to run the factory. And this question was placed to the mining officer, and he said that there are challans that have been submitted, and they apparently charcoal is being purchased all the way from Andhra Pradesh. That is what the reply was given to us. We have asked the concerned departments to submit all the papers and documents to the committee. So we will be getting the details about the challans, of how the coal has been brought and in what quantity the coal has been brought all the way from Andhra Pradesh to operate this particular factory. There was also a suggestion made by the chairman relating to zoning atlas, which would have been very, very essential, would have been very beneficial also to detect and to find out and regulate the
Setting of industries.
the establishment and the setting up of factories, both legal and illegal, throughout the state. And this committee has recommended to the government and to the Forest Department, of course, the Principal Secretary Forest has assured that he will examine and look into it whether this particular facility of a zoning atlas could be set up in the state, which will facilitate and benefit the Department of Forest, the Department of Mining, and the Department of State Pollution Board and Industries as well. Then we also discussed on the mushrooming of coke factory in the West Khasi Hills. It was reported to us that it started from 2018. 2018, August, the Industries Department had started giving clearance of setting up of these coke factories in West Khasi Hills. And within 2 years' time, they have already given single window clearance for about 16 of them. 16 coke factories have been given single window clearance to set up coke factory, and out of which I think 7 coke factories are already operational and they're already functioning. This committee viewed the whole matter very seriously. Why? Because as we all know, that the mushrooming of the coke factory has caused a lot of health hazard in the whole Shalang belt area. And so suddenly, that within a span of about 6 to 8 months, we noticed that there has been so many coke factories that have been established. As per the reports given, there are 8 factories who have already set up factories illegally without any permission. This is as per the report of the Deputy Commissioner Nongstoin. So this committee has directed the authorities concerned not to allow opening or operating of these 8 factories any longer. These 8 factories, the owners did not even turn up for the inquiry that was conducted by the Additional Deputy Commissioner Nongstoin. Thereby, they proved that they are all illegal and they wanted to run the factory without any documents or without any papers. The committee has finally decided that the departments concerned should allow setting up of only 7 coke factories who have furnished their documents and also got the certificate to operate from the State Pollution Board. Pot inspection of the all these industries in West Khasi Hills. It will inspect the ferroalloys, Shakambari ferroalloys at Ruyang. It will also conduct an inspection of all the coke industries that are flourishing in the West Khasi Hills region. And the date of the inspection has been fixed on the 18th of August 2020. So this committee would visit West Khasi Hills and conduct a spot inspection. Further, this committee also examined the air pollution caused by the cement factories in the Jaintia Hills region. There was a video that was circulated by one gentleman, Wanlem Lamchang. So he had circulated and it went viral relating to the smoke emitted from the Star Cement factory. Therefore, this was discussed and the State Pollution Board has given the justification for the smoke emission. He said that the reason is because this factory has been closed for quite a long time during this lockdown period, and therefore when you restart the furnace and restart the engines, at that point of time there is a tendency of smoke being emitted at a higher level, and therefore that was the reason given. And similarly, There was also another complaint from for smoke being emitted from Jaintia Cements. Jaintia Cement at Latarke. This was a complaint lodged by the brother of the Honorable MP, and he had sent it viral also, and then was caught on the viral. Then he had also requested that this matter may be discussed. So when we examined through the State Pollution Board, explained to us that the machines in Jaintia Cements are slightly old, and I think they are not the machines of the day, and therefore the committee suggested that the State Pollution Board and the Central Pollution Board together would visit and examine the industry, Jaintia Cements, and suggest to them the measures to be taken up to improve the emission of the smoke from the factory, so that it does not hamper or create any health hazard in the village and in the vicinity. We also discussed the EIA draft of 2020, which was placed, and I think Government of India has given an extended time till the 11th of August for every state government or any organization to give their views and comments. And the Principal Secretary Forest had explained that they are going to have a discussion very soon at the government level to take a stand as to which are the issues for them to be taken up. From the committee, we also expressed one or two issues, and that was that the government should also suggest that the 6th schedule area are to be also given considerable avenues within the draft, so that the regulations and all are not confined much to the 6th schedule areas. There was also suggestion that the minor minerals within the state should also be given a considerable considered view, because many of our rural area people depend on the sand mining, they depend on the extraction of minor minerals, and that is because is their livelihood. The chairman had brought out an observation to the health department relating to the installation of incinerators, particularly at this juncture during the COVID situation, where I think the existence of incinerators has become very essential, and therefore we have asked the departments concerned, like the health department and the State Pollution Board, to come up with the installation of incinerators. It has been also replied that by the Commissioner Secretary Health and Welfare, Family Welfare, that three incinerators proposal has gone to the government for setting up in Shillong, Tura and in Jowai. This committee has reiterated that the installation of incinerator is a must and has to be done immediately. Then there was also a discussion relating to the disposal of hospital waste in Jowai. It was found in a paddy field, and that had gone circulation in the local press and the media. The committee had observed it as very serious, that hospital waste like syringes and medicine bottles could not be floating around in a paddy field in Jowai. This is very serious. The committee was not satisfied with the report submitted by the team, wherein they were not been able to give a satisfactory report, and therefore an inquiry has to be conducted again by the health department involving the State Pollution Board in this regard, as to how the waste products of the hospitals are being disposed in the hospitals in Jowai. This has to be looked into very seriously. We also discussed the press clipping that we saw where PPEs were being disposed randomly and thrown away on the road in Laban area. That has been clarified by the DHS, and I think
Deputy Commissioner.
the Deputy Commissioner also has clarified that action has been taken accordingly. But then this committee has directed the Shillong Municipal Board and the Deputy Commissioner, including the DHS, that henceforth in future one should be very careful how they dispose the PPEs. And they have also already explained that the PPEs are collected very well by the people of the municipal board, and these are being disposed in the electric crematorium in Jalupara. And that means they are being burnt. So the committee also expressed its view on the way that these medicines, syringes and the drip, whatever are being administered to the COVID patients, they are to be thrown in the proper manner as per the protocol of the BMW. And therefore, the health officials have already assured that care is being taken, such things should not happen. And finally, we discussed relating to the illegal felling of trees in Sangmain area, Shillong Peak, on the way to Shillong Peak. So there was this PWD road is being widened towards the Lightcore Peak, and therefore in the process the PWD had cut down about 12 trees without the permission of the Forest Department. Our honourable member from Umroi, George Lindor, had given a suggestion that in future such forests which are very close to the town and which are very good habitat for birds and for catchment areas should be protected, and therefore he has also appealed to the Forest Department to come up with proposals or policy wherein such forests should be declared as protected, just not the Upper Shillong or the Shillong Peak forest, but other such forests throughout the state should also be protected. And this was unanimously accepted and agreed by the committee, and we have resolved today that the government should explore possibilities of creating more such forests as protected and declaring more forests as protected, and a policy should be drawn up wherein schemes should be provided to the Forest Department to keep up these such forests to remain green and also to protect the catchment areas.
You see, as per the normal procedure, there are 4 categories of industrial sector. One is red, one is orange, one is green, and one is white, depending on the pollution potential of the industries. Coke factory falls under the red category. So setting up of any industrial unit under the red category required to apply for the consent to establish, they call it CTE, from the Pollution Control Board. After they get the consent to establish, then they can go ahead for the civil construction, then other infrastructure. After they have finished that, they will apply for consent to operate. The officer from the Pollution Control Board will go and inspect the infrastructure created by them, then the other pollution control measures, control devices put up by them. And after they are satisfied with that, they give the consent to operate. And that consent to operate is valid only for 3 months. After 3 months, the Pollution Control Board again depute officials to go and inspect and then collect samples for waste, air, water, and to analyze in their laboratory if the waste collected by them is within the permissible limit. If it is within the permissible limit, they will allow to continue to operate. But it is above the permissible limit, then the plant will have to take a shutdown, and the consent to operate will be revoked. So in this aspect, as what Bashang Priang has stated, there are a number of 20 plus coke industrial units set up in Shalang area. Out of that, 3 has got the consent to establish as well as to consent to operate, and they were in operation. And remaining numbers are in different stages of getting the consent to establish. Out of that, only 4 numbers have got the consent to establish, and they will be allowed to go ahead with the civil construction. So like he said, altogether, out of these 20 plus, will only 7. So this is the position now. We have taken a stand as a committee. We will go ahead with the suggestion given by the district administration of West Casillas. 3 in operation will be allowed to continue. 4 which has got the consent to establish will be allowed to go ahead with the construction, subjected to inspection by the board before giving them the consent to operate, and the remaining will not be allowed to set up. In respect of this EIA, Environment Impact Assessment, one of the main contentious issues that really bother every one of us is that the draft 2020 reduced the public consultation period from the present 45 days to 20 days. Present, actually, the 2006 give the public consultation for any project to be set up for 45 days. But this new draft reduced the public consultation period from 45 days to only 20 days. And there are certain projects that need not consult the public. So this is a very contentious issue that we have requested the government of the day to take a call, take a stand, and put up a suggestion to the Ministry of the Environment, Forest and Climate Change for taking these issues into consideration.